Hi Taurus, if you want to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, here's your ink blot made in your name and essence if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. We'll reverse it for later on in April and get an alternative view. All right, Taurians, thank you for holding space for me to share my insights. Thank you for being my muse and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here, and you're welcome to join me if you'd like to release the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Taurians. Okay, I feel as though I'm looking at a house. I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see, right in about here. I'm seeing like a square and a house. There's light all around it. But I'm being drawn up here and then up here. So I'm going to take a boo for one moment. We'll add on Tarot and Oracle as well as something a little fun. They might be coyotes up there. And the coyote symbol may mean something to you specifically, and please follow that. For me, it's like a coyote seahorse. But it's almost as if I can see it dissipating. So I don't know if there's been something that you've been really, really protective of, like in your pack of personalities. Maybe it's professional, maybe it's personal. Because there is something else there. And there was an offering among it. So it doesn't feel like Wile E. Coyote. It just feels pack power. That's how I'm feeling it, pack power. It could be in the vicinity of your space or of your home. Maybe if you work from home. And it's almost as like there's like a being or an energy that looks like it's changing and shifting forms, that this coyote that I'm sensing is with the Taurian collective is protective over. But it's protective so that this energy can grow into, can become. And this is the power of the coyote. They're part of my pack. And I provide is how it's feeling. It's almost as like the benefits will be received at a later time, because there's already been 2 transformations from this creature. I'm seeing it's not Mickey Mouse or anything like that. I feel like it's a mouse from a cartoon that has really, really big ears. Kind of like Dumbo style, but it's not Dumbo. There's a massive listening going on, and through the listening, Taurians, it's almost like I can connect it through the ear, through the third eye, out, and then there's a hawk, a bat, a gargoyle. Again, another kind of creature, kind of like the coyote, that I'm like, what are you? You know, if like you see a bird or something, is it a falcon? Is it this or is it that? But it feels, no matter what symbol it seems to be landing in, bat, falcon, eagle, hawk, something in and along that area. So again, some higher perspective from a listening. It's a gargoyle. Very protected. And it's even over. So this is like where the big ear is, and I can see it being sent out, right, to the coyotes, to this transformation of your pack, and whatever that is. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a partner, your job. And if you are seeking any of those things or searching, it's like you're listening to what you want, or maybe admitting what you really want. And I mean, not like, oh no, this is really, I really want, like peeling back the layers to just like brass tacks of, this is what I want. This is what I feel will provide me at the best level, because the universe is providing the Taurus collective in return for what you provide to your people, whatever, whoever and whatever those things are, even if they're projects, right? Something about your dedication. But it's almost like admitting like to the brass tacks of what I want, and it sends it out seeking, watching, not seeking. It goes out to a distance. So maybe in like the auric field, I'm seeing it about 3 to 6 feet. I feel like when you're just doing your thing, it's about 3 feet, almost like a flagpole, like from the crown or the third eye. You know, like the people have them on the sides of their house. And then when you're doing other things, it wanders out to about 6 to 8, maybe even 9 feet, but 6 to 8 comfortably, I can say. Okay. At some point in time, now whether this is most recent, Taurus, or again, in your energy field, I feel like I might have gotten hit in the heart by something. Person, place, or thing, job, career, all those channels are for you to resonate or receive freely. But if I'm being very honest, when I feel like this, I want to say like gut shot to my heart. So maybe I just got really disappointed about something, or something didn't work out the way I wanted it to, whatever the case may be. But what it revealed to me was this listening thing, this really peeling back. It's almost like I want to say, I would like for myself, I want a new bag, or I want a new art inks, whatever the case may be. Insert what you want. But you don't want to be greedy. So you're like, I'd really like to replace like a few. Or maybe you need car parts, or you're building a dresser or something. You're like, well, I'd like to get, really nice oak wood, but I don't want to be greedy. I'll get pine, and I can make it look like oak. I got the skills for that. Someone just says, I want oak. So I'm going to wait or save, sacrifice this because I want oak. Like that's the brass tacks of it all. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm also seeing the way I was saying that, like whatever might have like gut shot to the heart. It's like, oh, maybe it was heartbreaking, this or that. But I see it like a pole vaulter. Is that it? Pole vaulting. And they run, and then over the thing. And they kind of, whatever this is, did that, but then went over you. Because I don't think it was about you. I think you were just the most familiar, or again, if you're in a job, you're one of many, so it's not personal, but doesn't mean it's not received on a very personal note. So it goes over you and you're like, okay. But then now it's like you have your sights on what you really want. Doesn't mean there's rash decisions or this, that, or the other. Because again, you have this coyote wolf kind of pack mentality of, I got things that I care about more than that. But that helps provide the service I do for this. But this can change. And it's almost like now things are happening and you're honing in on frequencies to make whatever it is that you're seeking, but you're not seeking, you're observing to whatever it is that you're listening to in your mind, in your brain, your thoughts, your words, your dreams, your internal talk, and seeing what gravitates around you. New thoughts, different thoughts, train of thoughts. And then when the Taurians decide something is of quality or in the quantity of which the Taurians have qualitatively decided is okay, you will move. You'll do something. Because this pole vaulting situation, though it might have, kind of sucked nards when it happened, it was coming from light. It was almost like to jolt something, like jolt. I'm also seeing around this house something growing of love. So I don't mean that in I apologize, Amethyst. It just feels lovely. I don't know if you're beautifying your home, decorating your home, got a new apartment, or I just heard RV or trailer, and it's again, quality versus quantity. If this is what I want, or this is where I'm at now, I'm going to provide even for my own person to the best of my ability, to what makes me feel really good when I'm at home. We're here for the Taurian Collective. All right, Taurians, I'm going to keep going here. Then I'm seeing it like an oil rig. There's been work that you've been doing. A lot of this is for the home. There's been work being done in digging down like in an oil rig beaver. And I think it's to build that work. Oh my goodness. Like it literally says work down there. Like an eager beaver. But in an elegant way. There's something about, Taurians, how do I say that? Poise, or you know how some people carry responsibilities or their workload. I don't know how to say it without sounding like a douche, but because I don't mean it that way. Some people carry their presence of their person, their choices, their consequences, their profession, their personal life. I have ink all over me. And they carry it with a poise. Like your words or opinions can't shatter them. And they go about this unbothered because they know the choices that they've made, the outcomes, and even if there's somewhere they prefer not to be, they have this undeniable calmness about, work's going good, or, we're working things out in a partnership, or we just got together and it's new, but, I have this, time will tell, and I'm here and I'm in it, or I'm pursuing, I'll be pursuing my next opportunity as I see fit. I will not make any rash decisions. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's all like in this house thing, this house of, they say like house of cards, and I feel like that's the complete opposite. This is like house of flowers. And I don't mean that in a feminine way necessarily, even though obviously flowers encompass both energies. It's more of a, have you ever tried to break out vines or some sort of garden that is strong? Like it can be tough to rid of it, even though it looks very gentle and appealing, but you can walk into it and I don't know, I feel like you're building something. You're working towards this house of who you are. It could, of course, be your actual home or your apartment, this, that, or the other. But it feels like your holistic home. And this is where your heart shines. This is where you shine. Sorry, what came over here? Okay, so we have butterfly that came through. Transformation. Dolphin that also came through. And that's about happiness. And the peregrine falcon, observation. Well, there we go. So right where I was seeing, from your oil rig or from the ear to the third eye, right there, this is that falcon. And see, even all the yellow, like I want to insert this right there. And then you have the beaver that's on the bottom. I didn't mean to say it that way. Cheeky. That is working. So you have like this coverages as above, so below. And I also want to note that if it comes through in the beaver card, there's the castle. Whatever castle is for you, Taurians. I feel like that's very much your masculine energies at work, and your feminine energies, if this is with the Coyote, protecting the pack. Maybe it is a partner, a female energy, female expression, all those great things. But this is about happiness and the butterfly, because like I said, even in the beginning, something was transforming, and there's already been 2 transformations, and there's a third. And it's almost as if you can see a timeline of perhaps these other, maybe you've had 2 children with this person and you're expecting a third. Congratulations. Or there's been 2 prominent business things, or 2 prominent, what are those called? Oh, I can't remember. It's not the point. No, I can't remember. But you know the benefits that come out of that you receive back. And I feel like this third one is pretty pertinent. I can also see some eyes up here that have had something about the eyebrows, so you're paying attention. If you tend to be a worrywart, there's nothing anyone can say to help alleviate that, other than it brings me back into the listening to your quality of thoughts, quantity of thoughts, and are you happy with that? That's what that brings me into. And if you're tending to be a worrywart, is it serving you? Is it adding what you want to the person, place, or thing? Is worry what you want to add to it? And where is the worry from? Like, I feel like it rolls back. Well, I'm not really worried. I'm, maybe ticked off about this, or I'm fearful of this, that, or the other. So we have caching here from the Crow Tarot. We also have illusion coming through, as well as community and isolation. There we go. Okay. So, thank you kindly. What I want to do with the community card is I want to insert it like right about here. There we go. Thank you. Like, see what those poppies are? All the flowers that you care about, all the things that you remember. But there's light there. There's light at the top of your tree. Whoever your even like when we were talking about earlier with the beaver and the falcon, thank you. The as above, so below, and then literally the tree of life, as above, so below. I feel like if you're part of a community, and of course maybe you are in a neighborhood, maybe you're in a tiny home park or an RV park, or maybe you work at an office, or maybe you work out in the field and there's lots of people with you. I kind of feel like you're a little bit different, right? You understand your connection to the collective, and if not, maybe this is a little reminder that you are connected to the collective. But it's like every so often I can see the Taurian energy like circling around the tree to get like this a Rubik's Cube view, for whatever reason that's coming through. To remember other things, this, that, or the other. And then it brings me into when it was the pole vaulting jumper of like heart hurt or something like that, or disappointment. It's why it wasn't personal. It kind of came up for the collective. Okay, hopefully that makes sense for somebody. That was I was like, to be honest with you, I was like flying around the tree, so it was quite nice. These are all the seeds that you are planting. This is what you do, different areas, different people, places, or things that the Taurian collective cares about. But also, I have to say, Taurians, with all the, can I see through my fingers here? These are all clouds up here with like these townhouses or whatnot. It brings me into the ears of pay attention to what you think about quality and quantity. Because something could be an illusion and you're trying to isolate what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost as if it could, because I'm seeing the mirror there in the illusion. There's something about the way I feel being Steph as a guest in your aura. So thank you. The way I'm talking to myself or my thought patterns. And though for the most part they serve me, there's these things every so often. The way I talk to myself it's like I said, the way I'm sensing it anyway is as I roll back of just saying what I really want. I want to be frugal, or I want to be responsible with my money, but I need to build this, or I want to build this or fix my car or this, that, or the other. And I want to buy good windshield wipers versus the cheaper ones. I don't know if there's actually a difference. I'm just simply talking about them from this very topical space. Just say what you want. Admit it. Admit the thought and use that to isolate that intention to send out, perch out your gargoyle falcon. Yes. Yes. Because in the home, when I say home, could be your house or your human suit. Okay. Easy does it. Thank you. I want to plant him or her right in the center. That's what I want to do there. It's reflective. It's reflective. But I feel like this is important to the Taurian collective. I want to present quality and quantity and be quality and quantity. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to get ready to close out here, but I do have a fun little thing because we are fun. Yes, Taurians, we can be fun. I know you're like the ultimate grounded earth sign. So it's just a little ghost thing. You don't have to think of any questions as I'm going to get ready to close out here. I'm going to put my thumb on here for the Taurian collective. Let's take a breath. Maybe it's a good time to like, share, subscribe. And then words, kind of like, old school Magic 8-Ball style. Words will come up. So as I gather your final cards, Taurians, hopefully you can see what comes up. We're closing out for the Taurian collective. If there's anything else we would like to add to help out this ultimate earth sign. Strength. There's those vines I was talking about. Justice. More vines. And last but not least, on the bottom we have High Priestess. You've had High Priestess come through in different shapes or forms. Through the dolphin. Again, female energy and transformation. So your High Priestess is grounding you, even though you might be part and parcel of providing for that part of yourself or your partner or an expression. Maybe it's a daughter, maybe it's a niece, something along that lines. You're doing well and you're doing the right thing. Oh my goodness. So I will get to that in 2 seconds, but you have strength here and justice came out in your clothes. Remember when we were talking about like the garden and the vines and how it can be tough to remove that? Justice and strength. That's how strong you are the ultimate earth sign is what I feel like saying, blatantly saying. And I'm saying this as a Capricorn. So that's a compliment, right? Earth sign to earth sign, the respect of that. Anybody who, like the pole vaulter there, that kind of went up and over, but you caught it. You caught what was going on. And justice in some way, shape, or form. And when I'm saying justice in this case, I'm saying you're aware of a bigger picture and you will create the conditions for your own justice versus waiting for it. But maybe if you are in some sort of suit of something, justice is on, how I'm sensing it, is on your side. Why? Because ultimately you are the magician. This is you. You are the magician of your mind and, there we go, mind and meat suit. You. Not the person outside of you, not the job, not the person, not the partner, profession, all this kind of good stuff. They all complement you, Taurians, and you provide and they provide in return, perhaps in a different form of currency, because I do feel like in some way, shape, or form, this is all currency oriented. The exchange, the respect and reciprocity for building towards what is loved and cared about. Okay, closing out, listen to this. Consistent work, hard effort, ocean, and arrive investment early. Sorry if my phone's screen is gross. Like, we have been talking about this the whole time, give or take, in different non-consistent ways. And it hasn't been hard work to be here. But you know what I'm saying? You've got the strength. You've got the ocean with the dolphin. You're going to arrive. And if there's made in that looking ahead, it could also be that you're making investments now for a goal you are foreseeing, but maybe not everyone else can. And you know what? That's okay. It's not for them. It's for you. Taurians, keep on. I look forward to reversing this Rorschach and seeing you again in April. Thank you for scrying with me.